Run he got last year without swinging the bat.
I'm going to open the meeting at 6:30. If everybody would rise for a Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
George Cullis.
Yep.
Karen Winchester here. Jennifer Ryan.
Here.
Derek Burton.
Here.
Ryan Mattson.
Here.
Michael McCanny.
Here.
Richard Kinnaman.
Here.
Okay, Chair would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Winchester. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Burton. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda. All items listed under the consent agenda are considered to be routine and non-controversial. They do not require discussion by the Township Board, and they will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion. If discussion is desired on an item, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will automatically be moved to the last item under new business. Chair will entertain a motion.
Motion. Go ahead.
I make the motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Motion by Kinnaman. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Winchester. This is consent agenda covering some bills. We will do roll call.
Richard Kinnaman.
Yes.
Michael McCanny.
Yes.
Ryan Mattson.
Yes.
Derek Burton.
Yes.
Jennifer Ryan.
Yes.
Karen Winchester, yes. George Cullis.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Next, that'll take us to public hearings. The 2026-2027 Holly Township proposed budget and appropriations. Chair would entertain a motion to open public hearing.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
Was that Burton?
Kinnaman.
Kinnaman. You jumped in before I asked for it, so I didn't catch it. Motion by Winchester, support by Kinnaman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are now officially open for public hearing. Is there anybody that would like to come to the podium? Going once, twice? Sold.
I'd move to close the public hearing.
Second.
Support by Kinnaman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we're going to have a public hearing on the 2026-2027 annual redetermination confirming special assessment district for the purpose of fire and emergency service and supporting millages.
I'd move to open the public hearing.
Second.
Motion by Winchester, support by Kinnaman. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Either Karen or Jen, does one want to speak on exactly what that is?
It's the fire special assessment to cover the cost of NACFA.
But are we approving?
No, we're just taking public comment on
This is
the
the public
budget.
Okay,
Since it's a millage, it has to, just like our budget.
Right.
okay. No one for public comment? All right, Chair. Go ahead.
Good evening, my name is Jane Vice-Sessa, and I live on East Holly Road, and I live in the village, Holly Village. Can you tell me a little bit more about this, this millage? I know that you briefly discussed it. Can you tell me how much we're looking at? Is this something that we do on an annual basis? And what else does it cover besides the budget for fire, please?
Yeah, so it's staying at, what is it, 4.2, which is what it was last year. And it's just, most of it goes to pay the contract for NACFA, which Holly Township pays 50%, Rose Township pays the other 50%. And the amount we owe for that contract is based on the annually approved budget for NACFA, which is a separate board. And then a little bit of it goes to pay for some of the wells in the township. So that would be the rest of it.
The well hydrants that
Yeah.
they use and are available to them to fill their tankers.
That's kind of what I thought, just wanted to make sure there's anything extra or anything unusual, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it, thank you.
No, we don't put salaries and stuff in there, just,
Thank you.
anyone else for public comment? All right, Chair would entertain a motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Motion by Winchester, support,
Support.
Mattson. Broke the cycle. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We don't have any presentations. We will go to reports, and I will start down here. I think the last time I started with Mr. Kinnaman, so I will go to Mr. McCanny.
No reports.
Mr. Mattson.
Nothing today, thank you.
Now, Mr. Kinnaman.
Now I got candy in my mouth.
Mr.
No report.
Mr. Burton.
Nothing.
Okay. That takes us to the clerk
Nothing?
and the treasurer.
Nothing.
Wow. Now you're gonna make me look bad, because I got stuff.
That's
So,
good we
I
saved
have-
it
We
for you.
basically donated our time.
Yeah.
Well, I have a great announcement today. I was excited. I came in the office, I was hooting and hollering. We've been waiting a year for Eagle on this permit for the gazebo at the farmstead. And Monday, they scheduled a Zoom meeting for today at 1:30. And the people at Eagle looked at the documents that we had submitted 6 months ago, called up and said, hey, we just looked at these documents. We don't think we need a Zoom meeting. We can approve this. Why they couldn't have approved it 6 months ago, I don't know. But
Sounds to me like it's the first time they looked at it.
you think?
Well, they were working on the stuff from 6 months and a day before yours.
Yeah, but rather than bitch about it, we just, you bite your tongue and you smile and you go, thank you. So, the permit is approved. Now we need the department that handles wetlands to sign off. And they've already got their paperwork, and it's our understanding that they're okay with it, but it physically has to happen. So the permit's gotta be issued, then they have to sign off, and we are ready to go.
Fantastic.
So I was told that could take a couple of days or a couple of weeks, you never know.
Better than 6 months.
Hey, Shannon Fasteners was ready to build last spring. And I've already been contacted, they're like, George, we're ready to go anytime. And I said, that's what we've been waiting on. So that's good news. Spring cleanup was Saturday. I want to thank Trustee Kinnaman. He came out and ran the sign-up line. And as it turned out, that was a good thing, because I was busy putting out fires and dealing with other stuff all day. We had the biggest turnout we have ever had in the 10 years I've been here. We had no lull. We had people backed up to the road as late as 1:40 in the afternoon. We have, to give you an idea, these are just some numbers I was able to grab quick. Back in 2017, we had 122 residents, plus 40 return trips for 162. In 2025, we had 170 residents, 44 return trips for 214. Saturday, we had 216 residents, 80 return trips for a total of 296. We filled all 3 of the garbage trucks, had to have them bring a 4th one. We filled that one, but there wasn't time to bring a 5th one, so we piled this pile of trash that would fill this center area. Once we realized we were gonna run out of space, anybody that had a mattress or a large item went over here, and we kept putting the little stuff into the truck. And Scrap Dog was there with a 40-yard dumpster, and they filled that, plus 2 trucks, plus a pile. We had a brand-new semi-trailer that is now 1/3 full of tires. Knoxville was there. Thankful for that, because we had people to help unload that stuff. Typically, I'll sit in my truck on and off, in and out, through the course of the day, running the sign-in line. I don't know that we sat down at all. I was in the middle of the parking lot directing traffic while Richard was signing them in. And we literally got we literally brought the last car in at 2:15. because we were already picking up signs. We had locked the gate, and a guy pulled in with a trailer load, and luckily one garbage truck was left, and I looked at him, and he went like this, and I said, come on, and we got it out. So, and now that I thought about it, that's not on this list. So that takes us to 297. Anyway, there were a few people that said, I'm so glad you guys decided to do this. And I found myself going, well, then how did you hear about us? Credit for the growth goes to the Post. We advertised in the Post instead of the Tri-County Times, and people repeatedly said, well, I saw it in the paper that came to the house. People that never knew we've been doing this before. And we've been doing it twice a year for the 10 years I've been here.
We still did it in the Tri-County Times.
Oh, we still did it there. But these people literally said the Post. I saw it in that paper that came. So, I've said this before, you would think by now the township would be empty.
You would think.
They keep finding it and they keep bringing it. And I've had people call already this week. I've got tires. What do I do with the, I had 2 people come on Monday and add to the pile that called and said they weren't able to get there. So, it's a good thing. The shredder was there for 2 hours. They were busy the whole time. So it was a good day. The weather was a little chilly in the morning, and we got a threat of rain a couple of times, and then the sun came out. But it was a good day. So that's my report on the spring cleanup. On Eagle, Karen and I are working with the attorney on a couple of lawsuits we've got, trying to get where we got court orders for cleanup, and Ron Dennis's property. We're working on that, so we're on top of getting those done, along with the Hauser Road property. Those seem to be our big ones and big cost. Do you know, have we finished the one on Laring Road where we took 40 tons out?
I'm not sure. Is it Larry? No, it was Rude Road.
Oh, is it on Route?
Yeah, it's done.
Next to St. Pierre, it's done? You don't happen to know what we ended up taking out of there, do you?
No.
I had heard it was gonna be estimated around 60 tons.
Well, yeah, because the first contractor, she hired somebody else. He left because she was bringing stuff from another house that her dad owned. I think it was her dad. And she was bringing stuff from there and bringing it to here, and then he was picking it up, but he didn't bargain for all of that.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
I lost contact with the numbers.
But it did get completed.
It did.
Okay. So yeah, there's some activity going on those. And we have filed, the last one, because I've actually had 3 different people ask me about it this week. Lamont is opened on the corner with all of their stuff. I've had people just this morning, as a matter of fact, ask me how come they got to open and they're not building anything. They went to MDARD and they were granted permission to open because they grow stuff on the property. But they are out of compliance with MDARD. The problem is we have to file the complaint with MDARD, and then they have to do their process, whatever. So that's going on as well. Does that cover everything, I think, at this point?
I think so.
Yep. Okay. So that completes the report. We will move on to public comment. Public comment on agenda items only. Members of the public can address the board on agenda items only once recognized by the supervisor. Comments are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes. The board may extend this time by a majority vote. Prior to addressing the board, members of the public shall state their name and address for the record. A second public comment is available after new business for all other comments. Thank you for your cooperation. Going once, twice, thrice? Okay. That'll take us to new business. Number 1 is the 26-27 boards and commissions meeting dates. Proposed resolution 2026-08.
Same times.
Same place, same channel?
Yes.
I did want to mention one is on Veterans Day. I don't know if that matters to anybody or not on the planning commission.
Oh, yeah.
How,
So it is
November
a
11th.
holiday.
falls on a Wednesday?
It's always November
Yeah.
11th.
Yeah, it's always November 11th.
Oh, geez, yeah, we don't want to do that.
Too late.
Can we do this next month? When
Yeah.
I need
Do you
to,
want to approve it tonight and then amend it next month?
yeah, that works, because we'll just
Okay.
amend that one.
Okay.
Good, thank you.
Motion to approve,
So moved.
Second.
Winchester Kinnaman. We can do that voice vote,
Roll call.
roll call. Oh, because it's a resolution, my bad.
Oh, roll call.
Oh, go,
Oh, we don't have a recording secretary anymore.
go.
Derek Burton,
Yes.
Jennifer Ryan.
Yes.
Karen Winchester, yes. Ryan Mattson,
Yes.
Richard Kinnaman,
Yes.
Michael McCanny,
Yes.
George Cullis.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Next, we will go to West Nile reimbursement request, proposed resolution 2026-09.
This is our annual West Nile virus grant request for reimbursement for what we spend on. They give us an X amount of money to spend on larvicide and sprays and dunks and all that good stuff.
Chair would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve?
Support?
Support by Burton. Roll call, please.
Richard Kinnaman,
Yes.
Derek Burton,
Yes.
Jennifer Ryan,
Yes.
Michael McCanny,
Yes.
Karen Winchester, yes. Ryan Mattson,
Yes.
George Cullis.
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Agreement for IT services with Oakland County. Karen?
Well, this is the agreement with Oakland County to provide what payment services is about the only thing that we're
Yeah,
gonna do
and I think the
anymore.
Oh, is that
And the
yours?
GIS.
Yeah.
Is that
No,
yours?
both.
Okay.
Well, it's
both.
just the thing that, yeah, it's a agreement with the county, because they take credit card payments online for our parcels, for us, so our residents can pay that way.
So it's an ongoing, so this is
Yeah.
just a renewal. It does need to be approved by the attorney though, so it needs to be subject to attorney's approval.
No? Why don't you go ahead and make that motion?
Okay, I would motion to approve the agreement for IT services with Oakland County, subject to review and approval by the township attorney.
Motion by Winchester, is there support?
Support.
Mattson and McCanny are quiet tonight.
I do have a question, if I may.
Yeah.
Okay, we have a motion by Winchester, support by Kinman. Is there any discussion?
Just the BSNA, what IT support are they providing? Is it just their, like, for any software issues that they have with their system that we're implementing?
Are you talking for Oakland County?
No, well, just we are moving to BSNA, correct? For like the online web portal
Yeah, that's-
stuff for payment. I didn't know what all was included as far as IT solution
I'm
or IT
sorry.
support with them.
So we'll be going through payments through BSNA. So eventually we'll get rid of, when we take over taxes, we'll take it payments through BSNA tax.
Okay, I
I
just
would
didn't know
guess
if
we
there's
would-
gonna be any overlap, is
Oh.
what I was, like, if there's gonna be any overlap between this and them, or,
That's a good
Doing
point.
double.
I mean,
Yeah, and I mean, we can cancel this when we need. The transfer to the standalone tax and assessing is gonna take a little longer than we initially anticipated. So we still wanna have their payment services in the meantime. And my guess is we would still have some kind of IT agreement with them even after that, because it looks like it covers like the GIS, which is
Yeah.
like their property gateway system and stuff too, which we would like to continue to have. We find that's very useful in the office and I think to residents as well, so.
yes.
So some of this will continue, and we wouldn't use their like credit card processor, but I think they still have an option on their website to pay our taxes, and if that's still an option after we have our own system, I wouldn't be opposed to continuing to use that, because it doesn't, as long as they have multiple ways to pay. But we would just use our own internal credit card processor for like in-office payments, or like, and still have the BSNA site for people to pay too.
okay,
Once we
perfect,
switch
yeah,
over.
I just,
Yeah.
any insight as to any overlap, that's all,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
seems like it'd be a good
Yeah.
fit, so.
And they
okay.
don't charge us for the credit card stuff.
They
Because
just charge the person.
user a percentage,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 3.5%, so we don't actually pay for that. So even if there is overlap, it won't cost us anything.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Jen.
Is there any other discussion?
No, just as long as the lawyer checks out the contract.
She has
I
it.
went through it, it's pretty
It's
extensive.
extensive,
Hurt my
always
brain.
with them.
It's like,
And
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of the stuff she probably won't like and they probably won't change. So as long as it's not something that will create a problem, we usually accept it, unfortunately,
Yeah.
like our assessing contract. Well, we didn't accept the last one
No, because it was so bad.
because
No.
it was, yeah.
Like, when your contract is 8 pages, year after year,
And
and all of a
then,
sudden your new contract is 13, there's reason to be concerned.
and then we have to pay for their
And they
attorney
went so
to,
far that we had to pay for the attorney for any decisions they made. We had to pay for the attorney if we ended up going to the State Board of Review on decisions they were making. And I said, in what world does that make sense? But it was, it was so bad that I believe 13 townships left the county. So, okay, so back to this one, we have a motion by Winchester, support by Kinnaman. Any further discussion? None appearing. This one I can do a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Number 4 is the BSNA proposal, adding the business license module. Is that,
That's her.
yes, that's me.
Jen was quick, that's her. Karen, you're up.
So we did upgrade to the BSNA cloud, and they gave us the proposal based on what modules we have. However, there's other modules that will make our jobs even more
Efficient.
Streamline.
efficient, seriously, and for the residents. And we do have business licensing, so this is the module for business licensing. And they require training. So anything that's an add-on, unlike when we upgraded to begin with, they didn't require all the training for each module, but because it's a new module, they require training and setup, which actually I think will be very beneficial. Unfortunately, it's expensive, because we've really been struggling with the upgrade. At least Christy and I have. Because we just had an overview. We had, a 2-week window where we could ask any questions. But like there's one part of the module in the building department that we can use for site plans, all of the applications, which would be fantastic because everybody can log in, the planner, the engineer, NACFA. We have to go through training on that because I have no clue. It's all brand new. You have to set up all your processes. It's a big deal.
And it's
So-
not something you're gonna do in the first 2 weeks of getting it.
No,
Yeah, right.
yeah. So we're getting there, but
Just different than just this right here, but I would be very much in favor of approving monetary amounts or whatever if it needs to come in front of us for trainings on that, because
that'd be great.
I mean, I'm not super tech savvy. I deal with it at work where they're like, you need to make a ticket for this or get with them. And it's like, I'm the middle person on these like tech IT issues. And it's like, I don't know these systems. Like they're like the back of my hand. You're the platform that created it. Why are you asking me for stuff, you know?
Yeah.
But it's going to end up the time that you're putting in learning and training or struggling to like just try to figure it out on your own. It'll probably end up costing that much in labor, you struggling through
Absolutely.
it than just going through a more thorough training. So I know we operate on a thin budget and keep things, pretty regimented, but to make your guys more empowered and understanding on the system, I think it's necessary.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely.
And like you said, I think it'll make so many things so much more efficient
Oh,
going forward,
so
once we know how it
much,
works,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, if you can learn something in
Yeah.
2 or 3 days with a good training and understand it, rather than struggling for a month to finally figure it out on your own. Figure out a way to do it, and it may not even be the most efficient because you just figured
I
out,
wouldn't-
okay, I got to this
you
end
just-
point of what I needed, but it's like,
But there's so much more and we're missing it all.
yeah.
You know, that was one of the intentions, was to use this to the full, you know, for all of us and for all of the residents. I even went to Grand Blanc. They were gracious to walk me through and showed me like how they used their system, and I was absolutely amazed. So I'm really looking forward to getting it all working the way it's supposed to.
Okay. At this point, the chair would entertain a motion for approval. Everybody jump in.
I'll make a motion to approve the BSNA proposal, adding the business license module.
Support.
Support by Mattson. All in favor, say aye.
Do we need roll call because it's money?
Money.
Well, it doesn't say it is it?
Yeah, it's money.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a bid.
So then we need roll call, sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, because it just said adding
Oh, okay.
business license module. Like,
Right.
what's the, I guess,
Do we need to say a dollar
Yeah,
amount
we
then
can.
for the motion?
13,820.
yeah, there's money.
I'll support the amendment.
And
That tells you I didn't read that
roll
one.
call, okay.
Well, typically when it comes to that IT stuff, it doesn't do me much good to read it anyway. Sorry. I've never made it a secret that I'm not tech savvy.
Okay, roll call then, right?
Yep.
Karen Winchester? Yes. I almost forgot to answer. I'm like, it's time to go home. It's been a long day.
I was worried you were trying to decide whether to vote yes or no.
I'm hot.
It's because it got warm in here. Yeah.
It is, I
I'm
didn't
like-
realize how warm it was gonna be up here. We should have had the air on.
I
but
had
anyway.
no idea. Anyway, okay. Jennifer
We
Ryan,
need
Yes.
more than 2 votes.
Derek Burton,
Yes.
Richard Kinnaman.
Yes.
Michael McCanny,
Yes.
Ryan Matson.
Yes.
George Cullis.
Yes,
That was amusing.
motion carries. We have a list of stories over the
We
years
do.
that we have. We'll add that to our list.
Exactly. Turn brain on.
Okay, that concludes new business. Takes us over to our last public comment. Same rules apply as before. Is there anybody for public comment?
Did you get one?
Now I got hands up.
Can I ask a question
You just did. You want
before
another one?
that? Yes.
Go ahead.
Was this just given to us for observation, or?
It was the same thing we had before, except this one had letterhead.
And I had the budget itself in your
Oh,
packet as
okay.
well.
I
Okay.
think
I
Mary
just
just did
didn't
it.
have the cover letter
I think
with it.
Mary was just showing off. She had it.
No, actually, the budget sheet included the actual that Treasurer Ryan had requested.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, and that, yeah, it was in your packet as well.
Okay.
Okay, now we'll go back to public comment.
I'll be Mary Doolittle. Good evening again, board members. My name is Jane Weiss-DeSessa. I live on East Holly Road, and I'm a resident of the Village of Holly. I know that Mr. Cullis, our supervisor, mentioned the cleanup. I can't thank you enough. I went there twice, Saturday. Thank you to Trustee Kinnan for letting me come in after I went once before. But it was well run. It was very well organized. It was easy to go in and out. So as a resident of this community, both the township and the village, I just want to thank you all. It was excellent, and I'm so glad we did it. Now, I apparently don't read the newspapers, but I saw your the post on Facebook, and then also I saw the signs that you have around town, so I was very, very pleased for that. But thank you, and well done. Thank you very much. And special thank you to Trustee Kinman for, as I said, letting me in 6 months.
Well, there were.
I wouldn't keep you out.
Thank you.
There were over 80 return trips, people that had been there once and came back, 80.
As well.
There were a couple that were like 7 trips.
But y'all did an excellent job.
Yep.
It went so smoothly, everybody was there, you know,
So we've been doing this,
really well.
it was actually started before I came in, but we took it over when I came in, and we have tweaked it every year. We've learned things and improved things and made things work smoother. So, and it really paid off, because with as many people as we had, it could have been a lot more difficult, but we have things set up so that you go to the right places. We've got the driveway set up. We still can't control, you know, we have 2 piles where they did soil borings where there's a stake and we had an orange cone. We still can't get people to quit driving over them.
You know,
I think the
know
one was driven over 3 times. And then
And
the
it was an
other one
orange
twice.
cone this high in the air.
I don't get that.
Yeah, the stick's like this high, the cone's up here, and they'd go right over it. It's like, really?
And I know there's one coming up in the fall as well. and
Yep.
you know exactly the date.
The
Maybe
one in
it's,
October will not have shredding. We only do that in the
I was
spring.
gonna say.
There's a big, if you look on the website, our website, there's a shredding
Yes.
coming up. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think the bank has one
Yeah.
in June.
that's it, that's what it is, the
yeah, the
bank.
bank has one and Michigan United has one, you know, so.
Thank you again, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other public comment? Oh, Mary?
Mary Blanchard, 3444 Old Creek Drive, Holly, Michigan. And I just wanted to comment on the in-person meeting that residents held with Great Lakes PFAS Action Network. Unfortunately, we had some technical difficulties, so we were in the room unable to hear or effectively communicate with MPART. And so I have been in touch with Abby Hendershot at the MPART. She has agreed to come back to Holly with Eagle staff present. So we will hold that again. She would like to keep it to roughly 30 members, so the board will be invited, as well as the village, and any other elected, and residents who have previously been to other meetings regarding the water issues. So please be watching for that. We expect it will be sometime in June, but we do not know the date at this point.
Are you gonna be doing an RSVP format?
MPART is actually making the invite,
Oh, okay.
not us, so. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else for public comment? Before I adjourn the meeting, I'm gonna make one final comment I forgot to do during my report. The building on Fish Lake Road, as you travel north, it's behind Lamont, the blue building, with all the stuff in the parking lot and the trash. I've had people ask me about that. I actually had people ask me when I went into the cafe today to get a sandwich, a couple of tables stopped me. We have written the first letter, the second letter, and the third letter. The first letter gives them 14 days, the second letter gives them 10, the third gives them 7. And those are business days, so it really extends it. And you have to wait all 3 of those before you can actually issue a ticket. There's a process. We've not had any response from them. It's not been cleaned up. But if anybody asks you, we are on top of that. So,
You talking about the one they've been doing all the work on?
well, they started to. It's my understanding Positive Care owned it. They were going to turn it into like where they did their surgeries and stuff. And then when the vet announced that he was going to retire, they bought his setup, and they operate out of there now. And they just kind of abandoned that building. But we've been on them to clean it up, to finish it, to do what they need to do. But the process, like I said, you have to go through first letter, second letter, third letter. You know, when 14 business days is almost a month. Because it really kicks it out. So, but I just want to know, people, we are active on it. We are going through the process. Okay, if there's nothing else to come before the board, I will call the meeting at 7:05.